Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a orb opening of my entire month of January's orbs for US Agent. So I finally collected the Walker Shield from the Agent Venom milestone. So now I have all of the orbs from this. I passed the 750k, and we're going to find out whether or not I'm going to get the average amount based on the estimated value of the orb, below average, or above average. And then after that, I want to do a little bit of a recap of January's events, how things have been with the Rebirth team and their releases and so on and so forth, because we're going to be entering February soon. And that's going to be Titania starting for the February month-long event. And then, of course, the other events which are going to be coming for the Masters of Evil. So if you're ready to go, everyone, then let's boil this down. And just as a quick reminder, this is my January month-long tally. You guys have probably seen it on my weekly events, my videos that I do for this one. So if you did clear everything from the Symbiote Sabotage event, then you should be at above 750k. If you've done literally everything that you could do, you should have a surplus, or there's a possible surplus of up to 39,000 extra, which means that there was like a 39k wiggle room past the 750k mark. So I haven't finished everything, but I did pick up the shield, and that pushed me over 750k. Also, as far as the shards go for US Agent, they're actually, you know, given that there's lots of different drops within the orb, it's essentially a 675 core orb in a nutshell. There's a couple of other different drops in there, but yeah, you're getting about almost 10 shards per orb. So given that there's 16 of them, which is kind of sucky because originally it was supposed to be 17, they took one out from the original blog post, you're looking at about close to 160 shards, rounding up, of course. And the bare minimum, if I were to, you know, for some reason, pull a 6 on every single orb, would be 96. I hope that's not the case today. And also there was the Free Claim Friday, which you got 5 shards. So, you know, there is that, you're going to, even if you get the worst luck in the world, you're still going to unlock them at 101 shards, assuming you got that free claim, 96 plus 5. But of course, there's been other ways that you can get US Agent shards, because we had that in the Peggy Carter event. So where am I at just now with US Agent? I am at, I believe, 65? Yeah, so I had the 5 from the Free Claim Friday, and I managed to get 60 shards, I think, from the other things. The, what was it? The actual well, the one that went over the weekend was the last weekend, and also the Peggy Carter orbs. I think I did pick up a little bit of US Agent there. So I am starting at 65 out of 100. My goal here today is to hopefully be able to get a 4-star US Agent, or at least walk away with that. I would have to get some pretty good luck if I wanted a 5-star, because that would be 310 minus 65, so that's 245 shards that I would need to pull here today in order to get a 5-star. Based on the estimated the value here, it's like 160. I would have to get well above average, considering I didn't spend to get a 5-star, but we're going to see what we get anyways. And then after that, I want to kind of do a bit of a recap review of the team and January's events. So let's get started with this, and we got 16 Enforcer orbs. And now, of course, make sure, I want to mention this again really quick while I'm here, make sure that you're holding the gold orbs in your inventory until Thursday, because Thursday, the first event for the February month long, is going to include an Alliance milestone for gold orbs. So make sure that you're telling yourself and your Alliance mates that you're going to need to do that. So make sure nobody's opening their gold orbs if possible. That way you can use that towards the event next week. So let's get started here with the Enforcer orbs. 16. Part of me just wants to open them all at once, but I want to see individually sort of, you know, how I do on this one. And let me know in the comments down below how good your luck has been as well. Have you done above average, you know, based on the 16 orbs that I showed you? First one is 7, so it's not a 6, right? I guess anything above a 6 is okay. And then we're going to see at the very end. Do I get any good ones, though? Get a blue. Is it so blue is 8. Okay, so green is probably 6 and 7. Blue must be like 8 to like 12. I don't know. Right, another blue. 12. Okay, so it goes at least as high as 12. I don't really care too much about the other stuff. You know, it's kind of nice. I guess there's half a training orb. I don't actually need that, but it is what it is, I suppose. 12 is not bad. We got another blue and another 10 and a half of a training orb. Oh! Ooh, a 20. That's good, right? What's the chances of a 20, actually? Left pillar. Is it one of these rare ones? 20. Oh, no, it's higher. Ooh. That was pretty rare. That was a 6% drop rate here. That's good. All right. Starting strong. Third way through. Oh, my God! No way! I got the top drop. Holy poop. Holy poop. That is the top drop. Yep. So my odds of that was... Hold up. What was the chances of that? Take the numbers... 6.17 times 3.7. 00617 times 0037 times 100. This is about... a really rare chance. It was like a 0.2%, 02% chance. Is that right? Did I fuck it up? Yeah. A 0.2% chance of that happening. Wow. Wow. And we're only halfway through. And now, of course, after that, everything's going to be crap, right? That wasn't even halfway through because there were 16 orbs. Now everything's gonna be garbage. I had, what was it, 2 12s, a 20, and a 100? Holy crap. Now the rest is gonna suck. Yeah. That's how it goes, right? You get the good drop, and then everything just goes downhill from that. Oh my god. What are these? Oh, Armory 17s, that's right. Okay, we got a blue, we got a 12, half a Mega Orb. I don't really open Mega Orb. I don't even know what I'm waiting for, really, on that one. A gold, what does that do? A 3 Armory 16s, okay. And an 8. Oh, we got a pink! 15, that's not bad. 2,000 Elite 4s, actually, is pretty good. And a 12, that's pretty good, too. Half a gold orb, that's going to go well towards the Alliance milestone. Oh! Oh, a 40, that's still really good. Wow. Another top drop. 20% of that. So it's probably about 1.5% chance. Just rough math. Maybe a little bit less in my head. That's really good. Wow. Alright, what's the grand total, everyone? 200 I got my 5-star! What? What? I got a 5-star. Free to play. And an unlock. My hair is wild today. Holy poop. Well, I need to start building him, don't I? We'll talk about this when we talk about the recap for Rebirth. So, obviously, I just got incredibly lucky right there, right? 32 out of 200. Now, I wouldn't have... The total amount of shards from those orb pulls were well above average. What did I have again? I kind of forget. It was 200 and... I want to say it was 270 or something, maybe 280. And obviously, to bring this back up, the average would have been about 160. So I got about 120 shards, give or take, more than what I should have gotten. Wow. Wow. Out of this world. Really good drops here today. Great, maybe some karma of, you know, being me. No, I don't know. So let's talk. My phone's in the way. Let's talk about Rebirth. I want to filter by Rebirth. How has this month gone for everyone? Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of January's events, what you thought of these characters, what you thought of this team. So I want to start with, well, we could talk about the US agent and how they changed, right? So you guys know that they changed to the orbs. It was not orbs in November, because December we had a little bit of a break and it wasn't a specific character. But they changed it back to essentially what was the Abomination style of orbs, and with US Agent. They even changed it from what was the Spider-Man 2099 version, because he had 30 shards, plus orbs, whereas US Agent was strictly just orbs. So let me know how you felt about this style of month-long events. I think that's what they're keeping for Titania. I didn't check that part of the blog. I believe it's just the orbs again, though. So I think we're going to see the US Agent style again for Titania. And as much as I get that high, you know, from opening those orbs and getting good luck, I know that there's someone else out there that's the complete opposite, who didn't get as good luck as me, and who maybe just got some of the bare minimum, you know, like 3-star. So that part of it I don't like. You know, I really don't like slot machine gambling, and I feel like with US Agent, with the month-long events, with the orbs, that's what they're doing. Now let's talk about Captain Carter, because this was a very controversial event as well, and I admit that I probably overspent my gold for the sake of slot machine gambling. You know, if you guys saw my video, I spent about 20 million gold to get what is essentially a 4-star, 4.5-star Captain Carter here, or 4, whatever you call that. If I hadn't spent the gold, the millions of gold on those orbs, I would probably be still sitting with a 3-star Captain Carter. Now, does that make a big difference? For me, it does. I feel like, despite what other people might say, that I believe that a 3-star is quite a bit different from a 4-star. A 3-star, a 3 yellow, 3 red, and a 4 yellow, 4 red. There's a fair bit of stats gap. Is it completely necessary? I think it depends on the characters, but in this case, with Rebirth and the raid team, I think it does, because I think that they all do something really, really good, and I think that having that additional stats, the percentage that makes up for, is quite different. Like, even just upgrading from a 3 to a 4 with the reds is a significant amount of stats in the high end when it comes to, you know, gear tier 15 or 16, kind of level 85 kind of content. So for players who are maybe running lower end Doom raids, I don't think that the 3 stars makes a big difference. If you're running like Doom 1, Doom 2, for example, I think you're perfectly fine with a 3-star. And I'm sure there are people who are fine with a 3-star doing Doom 3, but personally, I just prefer to get most of my characters that I'm going to use on a regular basis at a 4-star. That's just my baseline. And it seems like they have been making things worse and worse. Some of you might remember the Echo event that happened last year, and that was kind of the beginning of the descent of the character shards that were offered to us in events. So we used to have 4-star plus events regularly about last year or just before last year, and now 3 stars pretty much the bare is what you should expect, other than campaign event characters. So none of these characters were campaign event characters because we had that before, and that's what we had to put up with, unfortunately, with this one. Captain Carter, the event overall with the orbs, wasn't a big fan. I know maybe I blew it up a little bit, but I hope that we don't go back to something like that personally. Now, moving on to Agent Venom, which is what we have now. Again, so you would normally come to expect a 3-star Agent Venom. I'm going to go over the milestone really quickly. The reason why I am still slated to get a 4-star is because I did open him early. This has been a very punishing event that's ongoing right now, and I think it's a load of crap, frankly. From what's required and sort of where the milestones are at and how you get to the milestones and how many cores that you need to spend in the Agent Venom milestone just to get the bare minimum unlock doesn't sit well with me, and I think that they're making events harder and harder and harder for players to get the bare minimum unlock. And I want to just say that's my issue. My issue is with the bare minimum unlock. It isn't the milestones that are past that, it's the ones just to get him. And so for me, because I spent my power cores like 3 weeks ago, or it was the Raid of Fortunes. You guys might have saw my video when I did that, or 2 or 3 weeks ago when the Raid of Fortunes was going, that I double dipped by buying cores for Agent Venom when he was in the Red Star store. That way I could get him unlocked early. I had this inkling, in my chest that it was going to be a very bad event, and I was correct about that. So just to show you where I'm at with the Agent Venom event right now, I'm recording this on Sunday, so we do have a couple more days left, but where I'm hoping to get is to this 115k. So this isn't even the bare minimum unlock, by the way, but this is going to get me a 4-star. So I'm missing 24 shards, so I need this one and that one. But realistically, to get the bare minimum unlock, you do need to get to the milestone 30, which is the 140k, to get that 100 shards for Agent Venom. Now, obviously, this has been a very punishing event because outside of the war battles and the blitzing, you're basically stuck with having to spend power cores. I tried to impress upon Community Manager Archangel to, push this to get changed, but it did not. And I'm sorry, everyone in the community who, were hoping maybe that this would get tailored down. If we go back to my A-Force, the month-long event calendar, we can talk about where the daily cores that we needed was. So after implementing the Free Claim Friday, which I added in there as well, here you can see here. I did add that into the calculation. It says question mark, but I did add it in down here. The total cores that you need is 3,202 or 457 cores daily. This was from the beginning of the event. And that just was not acceptable to me, because for getting a bare minimum unlock, you really should not be needing to spend any more than 200 to 250 cores a day maximum, because that's what things were like before. And now we're seeing a crunch in all resources on the game for getting bare minimum stuff done. We're not even talking about these other milestones because these are whale stones, but just to get the character, it shouldn't be this difficult. And for that, I think Scopely's going in the wrong direction, and it's very unfortunate. But let me know what you thought about this month of January with the Rebirth team and the events. I'm curious, maybe I'm alone. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks this way, that thinks that the events are kind of garbage. This is one of the worst months of events for a team in full that I can remember in a long time. But maybe that's just me and I'm crazy. Who knows? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks everyone for coming by the video. And there's going to be more to come on this channel, of course, as there normally is. So until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.